Hey man, New Year's same sponsor, man. Hit up my sponsor GamerMess for the cheapest coins on the market, man. You can get 1,000,000 coins for less than $70, man. Use code BREE for 6% off. Man, we're back here with another pack order, man, and we got the 50 to free player weeks 1 through 7. We got the fantasy pack. Now, if you guys didn't know about that, if you do the 50 solos and you do the first 7 of them, you will get yourself to pick a free 50 player fantasy of your choosing. Once for week 1 through 8, or is it week 1 through 7? Regardless, you have to pick one, okay? If you guys are unaware where it's at, you guys should know. We have been talking about it, especially I don't think I talked about it, but you guys should know, especially watching other content creators. You guys should know about this, man. So if you head over to the 50, right, which is basically the MUT 10 from last year, really. If you get 50, I think it's what 50 is 52 right now total. And like I said, weeks 1 through 7, you get yourself a free stacked player, which consists of a lot of players that are really, really good at playing your team. So like I said, I just completed. Like I said, I would have done Friday, but I had stuff to do. The last few weeks have been bullshit, especially for this one. Doing full games and stuff like that. I do not like that. Keep it how it was, EA, but y'all just lazy as hell. So I will have this. I will have Antonio games later on today, and then Tom Brady, and maybe a different gameplay. But I make sure I get my screenshots and stuff like this. So I have a lot of packs I need to unopen, but it's right here in that week through 1 through 7 stacked players. I know at first it was like a lot of players for the first week, and then we just go from there. But let's actually go through it. I'm gonna rank you guys the best one you should pick. Now, guys, please keep in mind, pick on whoever you want you think is best for your team and stuff like that. Who do you need and stuff like that. So these are all the players right here, and I guess I'll talk through every single one of them. And this is a lot of players now. Like I said, I'm surprised EA did this, and I'm surprised that they didn't just give you just random 3 players. You to pick out those 3. That's what I do. Reggie Bush. Do I think you should pick him? Honestly, I think he wouldn't be a bad option, because I think it's only him and LT that are running back. LT obviously better, but Reggie Bush wouldn't be a bad option if you're running like the Saints, Lions, you know, whatever. But he's not a bad choice, but I still wouldn't go with him. Tyrone, you guys know I love Ty. I love Mr. Cal. I love him. I think he is one of the best receivers in the game still. I would not waste it on him though, because I think he's a little bit cheaper now. I think he's a beast. He catches everything in traffic. Fucking beast. Jimmy Graham, he's a monster too. Don't think you should do it. I don't think you should do it. I'm just gonna skim through a little bit more, but even so, I mean, like, this Jimmy Graham, no, I'll go with Vernon Davis, a little faster, even though it's shorter, but I'll go with Jimmy Graham. Walter Jones, you shouldn't waste on a lineman, not even a D lineman, no. Derrick Brooks, hell no. I have Namdi, you be getting punished. No, I'm not gonna go with Namdi. Brian Dawkins, I thought about it, considering how weak the position is. We just got running a lot today, so I'm pretty sure this probably brought down Brian Dawkins' price. But I wouldn't pick up B-Dog. That's just me. I wouldn't. If we didn't get Ronnie Lott, I would have said, you know what, maybe I would have did Brian Dawkins. I love Weapon X. I wouldn't waste it on Brian Dawkins. I mean, I think it's what, him, Micah Hyde, and Ronnie Lott probably the best free safeties in the game. Hell, I'm still using fucking Derwin James at free safety. So he's in the top 5 for sure. Vincent Jackson, I'm going to be doing my Chargers team, so I do need to start picking him up. I think he's probably one of the worst ones as far as the skill positions. I think he's the worst one. You know, I love him. I did gameplay on him. I wouldn't waste it. Shaz, between him and Patrick Willis, what we talk about later on, I don't think you should waste it on the middle linebackers. Some people don't even use linebackers anyway. They use safeties at linebacker sub package. So only time you would use them is like a 3-4. I wouldn't use Shaz. Him, like I said, him and P. Willie, not that far off, to be honest. Like maybe 1 or 2 stats. So no. Taylor Mays, I recommend Taylor Mays, to be honest. I want him, and so far Brian Dawkins, like I said, I mentioned it before. You want to upgrade a position to where you're not going to upgrade for a very, very long time, or the car is very, very expensive, so you want to go ahead and knock it out. Taylor Mays, like I said, this position is very, very weak. They rarely bring out cards for the free safety and strong safety. Taylor Mays would definitely be one of your choices. For the quarterbacks, I wouldn't waste it, because I don't think none of the quarterbacks here, I think I probably end up keeping. Brett Favre, no, I wouldn't do it. He's a good card, don't get me wrong, but you do have Aaron Rodgers, you do have Matthew Stafford, stuff like that, so I wouldn't waste it. You have even Joe Montana, like, you have all these other cards. I think you shouldn't waste it even on Brett Favre either. Like I said, Steve Hutchinson, nice card, still wouldn't do it. Wouldn't waste a free fantasy pack on a lineman. I'm talking about DRC here in a minute. I'm gonna skip over him. Vernon Davis, I got mentioned between him and Jimmy Graham. I wouldn't do it. Like I said, I think he's under 200K. I have to check. I wouldn't waste on Vernon. He is a beast. He's fast. I said he can run block too, but he is short. But I think we just recently got Antonio Gates as well. Excuse me. I wouldn't waste it on Vernon Davis either. Same thing I mentioned with Shaz. They're about the same. Some people don't even use linebackers anyway, so I wouldn't waste it on Patrick Willis. I would consider buying him because I think him, shit, it's really just him. And, I mean, you have Sam Mills. I'll use Sam Mills. I wouldn't even waste it. Crow is in the top 5 as well. Like I said, a corner position, Chargers team. I want him to get Crow. He's definitely in their top 5. Wouldn't be a bad choice if you have weak corners. Crow would definitely be one of them. LT also in the top 5 as well. I think he's the best back. Probably in here, one of the best running backs in the game. Obviously Saquon, but like I said, you know I'm a Charger, so I'm gonna pick LT. That would be a bad choice. You get a nice ass running back, but you know how EA is. We get a running back and a receiver almost every week, so it's kind of, you make sure you pick a position where you don't have to go upgrade for a long time. On the pace, I know he's expensive as well. Wouldn't waste it on lineman. Curse, I really haven't. I think I faced him once. He did whoop my ass. But like I said, unless you have edge threat elite, I wouldn't waste it. But even still, Dante Culpepper, no. We just like no. Dante Culpepper, no. I wouldn't dare wait. Like I said, quarterback, no. He's not bad either. The gameplay on him, I wouldn't waste it. He's pretty fast. But he doesn't get escape parts. I think. I don't think he did. Julio Jones, once again, in the top 5. I think you should consider picking up Julio Jones, even though he did get a superstar MVP. That's going to cost you more. Because that is a kind of still an LTD / Series Redux. So powering him up fully, unless you got the 89 to 90 power pass. Julio Jones definitely probably be your number 2 choice, honestly, in my opinion. D tackle, no, you have to need a D tackle. What's his name? Glover from the free team captains. I would put Glover. I mean, I wouldn't waste on D tackle. If I can pull him, I'll keep him. But if on a free fantasy, no. Now we're on to the recent ones: Antonio Gates, Jonathan Ogden, Anthony Barr. I'm going to do gameplay on Gates. He's legit Jimmy Graham. I think same speed, like I said, as far as powered up is concerned, same speed, but he has better route running and better run blockers. So you might want to pick up Gates, but I wouldn't waste on a fantasy. Like I said, lineman, Jonathan Ogden's a beast, don't get me wrong. Wouldn't do it. And finally, Anthony Barr, no. If he had good pass rushing, I think it's like 6'6". I forget how tall Anthony Barr is. He's only a coverage linebacker, but we don't use coverage linebackers, matchup nightmare and backfield mismatch, stuff like that. I wouldn't waste it on Barr. Like I said, I think he's usually block sheds like a 50 or something like that. Anthony Barr, no, but in the past, he was a beast. Bryce and Bree, who was your number, like, ranking 1 through 5, who you think you should pick? So number 5, to me, in my personal opinion, I would definitely go with, number 5 would definitely be Antonio Cromartie. Number 4 would be LT. Number 3 would be Taylor Mays. Number 2 would be Julio Jones. And number 1 is going to be Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie. I think hands down, that's who I'm going to pick. And in my opinion, I just think this is the best card. I already did a video on this, and I'm sorry it's been a little bit longer, but I think DRC is going to stay on my team for a long time. It's between him and Antonio Cromartie. Like I said, I have most of these guys that are done gameplay. I'm not picking Doc. I'm going to get Ryan a lot, so I'm definitely going to go with DRC as my free player, and that's what it's going to be. Hey, any questions? Let me know in the comment section down below. So I'm out. Peace.